Hey everybody, it's Corey. Thanks for joining me. We are going to track the housing market from last week, but before we do that, I want to show you a little slide that I had the graphics department draw up. And this pretty little masterpiece is called the North Idaho Real Estate Price Journey from All-Time Peak. And you can see our all-time peak was April of 2022, where the highest price we've ever seen in the market was $595,980,000. Since then, the low peak was November 2022, where the median price was $522,000. That was a 12.4% drop from the peak. Since November, prices have gone back up, not much, but just slightly, to a median price of $525,000, a decrease from the all-time peak of 11.9%. And you can see here that year over year, from January to January, prices are down just 0.02, because remember, the beginning of last year from January to April, prices went up about 12%, and then they lost that gain by the end of the year. All this is to say that it appears at this point the seasonal demand, which starts in January, February, has come off the bottom floor for pricing, which was in November. What will be interesting to see, and that's why we're tracking the market, is how long this price increase from the bottom continues. All right, and cutting over to the mortgage market survey, you can see Freddie Mac reports that last week the 30-year fixed rate mortgage ended at 6.32. That was up 0.2 percentage points, and that is up from a 5.7 year over year. All right, coming over to the weekly totals for last week. You can see here new listings were 106 homes that hit the market. That was 6 more than last week. This one is interesting. Look at the total homes for sale last week. There were 1,109. Again, it was down from the week before. And again, we're eating into that inventory. We're not seeing inventory stack up as people have predicted. I think the reason you're seeing the inventory of homes go off the market is you're seeing sellers withdraw their listings or cancel their listings as reality is hitting them. So for example, seller puts their home on the market beginning of January. Reality hits them towards the end of January, beginning of February, after being on the market for a month or more and not selling their home. The reality is it's not as easy to sell a home as it was last year. So they're frustrated. And a lot of sellers want to put their home on the market and expect to get a price higher than what the market's going to give them. So after going a month, they get frustrated, and they generally will express that frustration towards their real estate agent. Why hasn't my home sold? You need to take better pictures. You need to do more open houses. The truth is they're asking too much for their home when they put it on the market. And honestly, a lot of sellers want more for their home than the market will give them because they want to move up into the market. And the market that they want to move up into is more expensive with the higher mortgage rates. Bottom line is that a lot of sellers are not listing their homes, and if they do list their homes and it doesn't sell for what they had hoped, they simply take it off the market. And that's what you're seeing, I think, in these totals for sale where the inventory is actually going down. All right, pending sales. You'll notice here there were 83 pending sales for the week. That was down from the week before. And the closed sales were up from the week before. Last week there were 54 closed sales compared to 40 the week before. The median price last week of all the homes that were sold, so in other words, of those 54 closed sales, the median price was $448,706,000, and that was pretty much the same as it was last week. You'll notice here that new homes coming on the market is actually down 12% versus last year. Yes, there are fewer homes hitting the market this year than last. Total for sale, however, there were only 524 homes this time last year, and that is an increase of 112%. All right, pending sales. Last year there were 103 pending sales, where this year it was only 83. There's less sales by about 19%. Closed sales are down 37% from last year, where we had 86 closed sales, and this year there were only 54. And the price, last year, the price of a home, the median price was $535,000, and as you can see, this year it's at $448,000. That's a decrease of 16% in your home's equity from this time last year. So again, buyers, notice you have twice the homes to look at, and the prices are 16% cheaper. It is a market that's trending back to the buyers, and you're sensing that frustration with sellers as they are not selling their homes as quickly as they wanted for the price they thought they could get. There were a total of 54 sales. 27 of those were conventional. 15 of those, or 28% of the total sales, were cash. 2 were FHA, 5 VA, and 5 other. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching this week. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like bell if you like these videos. Bye now.